just need the set of blocks, the strap, and then if you'd like to have pillow, bolster, or a rolled up blanket. We're gonna go ahead and actually start in a seat. Perfect. In a comfortable seat. Let's have a seat on the block. Let's elevate our hips a little bit and allow our knees to fall open. And just sitting up nice and tall, hands towards your knees. Draw a few shoulder rolls here, drawing your shoulders up towards your ears and back. And then reverse that direction, up and forward. Finishing up that rotation. Sweep your arms up high overhead. Exhale, cactus your arms, lift your gaze, deep exhale. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, release your hands towards your knees. Round your spine, deep exhale. Inhale, draw your hands towards your hips. Exhale, round your spine. Inhale, come back through center, arms overhead. Exhale, bend your elbows, lift your gaze. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, hands towards your hips, deep inhale. Exhale, round your spine. Inhale, come back through center, arms overhead. One more time. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, release your hands towards your knees, round your spine. Press it all out. Inhale, hands towards your hips. Exhale, let it all go. Inhale, come back through center. Sweep both arms up high overhead. Exhale, starting to the left side. Release your left hand down by your left hip. Side bend over to the left. Right bicep towards your right ear. Exhale, bend your elbow. Inhale, reach. Hold it for the exhale. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, release your right hand by your right hip on the floor or on a block. Side bend over to the right. Exhale, bend your left elbow. Inhale, reach. Hold it for the exhale. Inhale, reach both arms overhead. Bend your elbows, lift your gaze. Inhale, arms overhead, gazes forward. Exhale, release your left hand by your left hip on the floor on a block, deep side bend. Exhale, bend your right elbow. Inhale, reach your right arm long. Exhale, rotate your right pinky to your left thumb. Draw that right arm out long in front, big circle. Release your right hand by your right hip on the floor on a block, deep side bend, left bicep to left ear. Exhale, bend your left elbow. Inhale, reach. Exhale, rotate your left pinky to your right thumb. Hold that left arm long, reach it all around in front. One more time, each side, left hand by your left hip. Deep side bend over to the right. Bend your right elbow. Inhale, reach. Exhale, rotate. Sweep that right arm out long in front. Inhale, left arm overhead. Exhale, bend your left elbow. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bend left pinky to right thumb. Draw it out long in front. Come back through center, sweep both arms up high. Exhale, release your right hand to your left knee, and look over your left shoulder. Inhale, lengthen the crown of your head towards the ceiling. Exhale, twist a little bit deeper. Inhale, come back through center, both arms overhead. Exhale, release your left hand to your right knee, looking over your right shoulder. Inhale, lengthen taller. Exhale, twist a little bit deeper. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, hands to heart. Gently rock forward, releasing that block from under your hips. And we're going to find a tabletop position. Wrists under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Tuck your toes and then sink your hips back towards your heels, stretching the back side of your feet and your calves. Inhale, rock forward, wrists underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Tuck your toes, hammock your belly. Deep inhale, gaze up towards the ceiling. Exhale, press it all away. Create space between your shoulder blades. One more time, cat and cow and tabletop. Tuck your toes, hammock your belly. Exhale, press it all away. Come back through a neutral spine, bump your hips side to side. Inhale, reach your right arm high. Exhale, thread it all the way under and through the left side body, gently releasing your right cheek or ear towards the floor. You can extend your left arm long, maybe bind it around towards your right hip. Gently plant your left hand under your left shoulder. Inhale, reach your right arm high. Exhale, release your right hand under your right shoulder. Inhale, left arm high. Exhale, thread it all the way under and through the right side body. Gently releasing your left cheek or ear towards the floor or to a block. You're welcome to stay right here. You can reach your right arm long. You can bind your right hand around towards your left hip to open up your right shoulder. Gently plant your right hand if you had extended or bind it underneath your shoulder. Inhale, reach your left arm high. Exhale, release it down. Come back to a neutral spine. Maybe bump your hips side to side. You can take a few barrel rolls, drawing your hips towards your wrists in one direction. And of course, what you do in one direction, just reverse that direction. Moving here with your breath. Any organic movement that feels comfortable for you in your body today. Maybe it varies from side to side. Few more breaths here. Keep it going. Great. Gently come back to center. Tuck your toes, walk your hands a palm print forward, lift your hips high, coming to our first downward facing dog. Gently pedal out your heels, lifting and lowering one heel at a time as you bend and extend each knee. Biceps frame your ears. Gently bend both of your knees, hover your shins, power dog. Hold it for 3, 2, and 1. Press forward, find your high plank. Hold it for 3, 2, and 1. Press your hips high, downward facing dog. Repeat that 2 more times. We're going to add on here. Bend the knees, hover the shins for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press forward, high plank for 5, 4, 3, 2. Press the hips up, downward facing dog for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently bend the knees, hover the shins last time for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press forward, high plank. Here we go for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently press your hips up, pedal out the heels, come back to your breath. Inhale, reach your right leg high, 3-legged dog. Bend your right knee, stack your right knee directly over your left hip. Point flex, circle out your right ankle. Gently draw your right leg straight back, square out your hips. Exhale, draw your knee in towards your nose. Kick it back. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Kick it back. Inhale, right knee to left elbow. Extend your right leg long. We're going to find fallen triangle. Reach your left arm up and then slowly lower your hips down. You're in that wide V stance. Inhale, both arms overhead, hips are planted. Exhale, fold forward, grabbing the outside of your thighs, your knees, your shins, maybe the outside of your feet. Option to use a strap here. Just folding forward. Hold it here for 1 more breath. Wide-legged forward fold. On your next inhale, bring your arms overhead, cartwheel your hands back to the top of your mat. Press into your feet, lift your hips, fallen triangle, and then kick your right leg up. And then gently plant your right foot to meet the left, pedal it out. We're going to repeat the exact same thing with the left leg. Biceps frame your ears, back to that downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep your left leg high. 3-legged dog, bend your left knee, stack your left knee directly over your right hip. Point flex, circle out the left toes. Square out your hips, kick your left leg straight back. Exhale, crunch your knee in towards your nose. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, left knee to right elbow, and then extend your left leg straight through. Reach your right arm up high, and then gently lower your hips down. Legs are in that wide stance. Both hips on the floor, reach your arms up overhead. Forward fold all the way down to the outside of your feet. Use any prop, maybe placing a block underneath your forehead or your chin. Any variation here. Wide-legged fold. Oh, I saw your puppy. One more breath here. Inhale, rise up, arms overhead. Cartwheel your hands back to the front. Lift your hips up, coming back to that fallen triangle. Draw your left knee in and then step it back. Come back to that downward facing dog. Gently pedal it out. Lifting and lowering one foot at a time. All right, hold a deep bend in both of your knees. Walk your feet in towards your wrists, coming to a forward fold. Half lift, hands to shins, crown of your head pointing to the top of your mat. Come back to that forward fold. Grab opposite elbows and just sway from side to side. Really let your head, your neck, your back hang nice and loose. Keep a deep bend in both the knees. Just from one side to the next. All right, we're gonna add a little bit of core work here. We're gonna sway from right, sway to left, come all the way up, big circle, all the way up to standing. Continue to draw the arms over to the right side, come back to that forward fold, and just gently sway side to side. Keep a deep bend in both the knees. We'll repeat the same thing going up to the right. So sway through center, over to the left, over to the right. Keep it going all the way up. Nice. Continue to fold that body over to the left side, coming back to that forward fold. And then just gently hang side to side. Release your hands towards the floor. Slowly rolling up one vertebrae at a time. Head, neck, and shoulders last to arrive. When you get to the top, roll your shoulders down and back. Sweep both arms up high. Bring your hands to heart center. Steeple grip, bind your hands, release your thumb and index finger. Draw your arms up high overhead. Toe heel your feet together. Tiny space between your heels. Hips to the right, arms to the left. Deep side bend over to the left side. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, bend over to the right, hips to the left. Inhale, come back through center. Switch the thumbs. So whichever thumb you had in front before, go ahead and reverse that. Inhale, nice and tall. Exhale, upper body over to the left, hips to the right. Stay here, or if you want to challenge your balance, ground into your left leg, lifting your right leg. Gently lower your right leg if it was lifted. Come in through center, deep inhale. Exhale, upper body over to the right, hips to the left, as if you're trying to bump somebody off of your mat with your left hip. Ground in through your right foot, maybe lift your left leg. Release your left leg back to the floor. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Pedal out the heels. Bend and extend the knees, lifting and lowering one at a time. Great. Let's do one flow here. Step or hop your feet back, come into that high plank. Elbows tucked in, option to lower your knees, lower all the way down. Everything lowers down, tuck your toes. Give me one mini cobra. Release down. Walk your hands to your lower rib cage. Press up, full cobra. Come through tabletop or upward facing dog to downward facing dog. Gently pedal it out. Come back to your breath. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. Nice work. All right, deep bend in both the knees. Walk your feet in towards your wrists, coming into a forward fold. Half lift, hands to shins. Exhale, forward fold. Slowly roll all the way up. Standing mountain. Sink your hips, sweep your arms forward, pulse it for 3, find your chair. That's 2. Hold it low, sweep the right arm back. And forward, left arm. One more time, each side. Weights in your heels, right arm. Left arm this time. As you draw the left arm forward, draw your left knee up. Standing mountain, flex through your left foot. We're gonna hinge forward, finding our bird. You can draw your hands to the floor or to blocks. Draw that left leg back, keep your hips square, flex through that left foot. Option to reach your fingertips towards your hips or your left foot. Bend into that right knee, gently plant your left foot. Inhale, rise up, high crescent. Give me one lunge, bend the elbows, bend that back left knee. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lightning crescent, hinge forward. Inhale, rise. Exhale, sweep. Inhale, rise. Exhale, sweep and hold. Pivot the arms around in front like you're reaching past your mat. Pivot your left toes, open up. Find your warrior 2, deep bend that front right knee. Imagine you're trying to split your mat between your right heel and your left arch. Inhale, lengthen, big star. Exhale, deep bend that right knee, find that warrior 2. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lift and hold. Right leg remains straight. Draw your left leg, your left hand down your left leg, my goodness. Reverse your triangle, try to high five that wall behind you with your right hand. Stay here. If you want to find archer, you can flex your right toes, engaging your right quads. Gently lower your right foot if it was lifted. Square out the shoulders, tee out the arms, bump your hips back to the back of your mat, reach your right fingertips long past your right toes, tick-tock your right hand down, left arm up. Top left shoulder stacks directly over the right. If you want more of a challenge, you can rotate the left fingers back behind you. Stay here or pulse it for 3. That's 2. And 1, hold it low. Bend into that front right knee, left bicep frames your left ear, extended side. You can plant your right elbow on your right knee or continue to reach your right fingertips long. Hold it for 1 more breath. On your exhale, inhale, rise up, keep that bend the knee, reverse your warrior. Tuck your left hand behind your back, high five that wall behind you. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, cartwheel down, framing your right foot. Pivot your left toes, step your right leg back. Come into your flow, gently lower down. Coming back to downward facing dog. Gently pedal it out. From your downward facing dog, bend in the knees, step or walk your feet towards your wrist, coming back to that forward fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway, hands to shins. Exhale, forward fold. Slowly roll all the way up. Head, neck, and shoulders last to arrive. Roll your shoulders down and back. Sink your hips, find your chair, pulse it for 3. That's 2. Hold it low, starting left arm, sweep your left arm back. And forward, weights in your heels. Chest is lifted, right arm back and forward. 1 more time, each side, left side. And right. This time we're going to draw that right knee up as we rise to stand. Standing single leg mountain, flex that right foot. Deep inhale, lengthen. On your exhale, hinge forward. Kick that right leg back. Option to lower your hands to the floor or to a block. Flex through your right foot. If you want to challenge your balance, you can reach your fingertips towards the back right heel. Bend into that left knee. Gently lower your back right foot. If you lose your balance, that's okay. Inhale, rise up. High crescent. Give me 1 lunge. Cactus the arms. Bend that back right knee. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hinge forward, lightning crescent. Inhale, rise. 2 more. Exhale, sweep. Inhale, lift. 1 more time. Exhale, sweep and hold. Hold that hinge forward, sweep the arms around in front. We're going to pivot that back right foot, open the right arm up. Find your warrior 2. Adjust your feet if you need to. Arms are out to a T. Deep bend that front left knee. Inhale, lengthen that left leg, big star. Exhale, bend, find that warrior 2. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend. 1 more time. Inhale, lift and hold. Draw that right hand down your right leg or behind your back. Draw that left arm up and back. Reverse your triangle. Option to stay here. Flex through that left foot, pressing your left heel into the floor. Engage your left quad. Gently lower your left foot if it was extended. Square out your hips. Arms out to a T. Bump your hips to the back of your mat. Reach your left fingertips long as far as you can. And then tick-tock your left hand down, right arm up. Finding your triangle. Holding here and breathing. Make sure that top shoulder is stacked over the bottom. You can open up even further for more of a challenge. Gaze up towards the ceiling to challenge your balance. To add balance, gaze down towards your left toes. Stay here, pulse it for 3. That's 2. And 1. Hold it low, bend into that left knee. Find your extended side, right bicep to right ear. Reach those right fingertips as long as you can. Option to release that left elbow to your left thigh. Or you can continue to reach your left fingertips down to the floor or to a block. Hold it here for 1 more breath. Deep inhale, hold the bend in that front left knee. Reverse your warrior, tuck your right hand behind your back or down your right leg. Reach your left fingertips long behind you. Deep inhale. Exhale, cartwheel down. Frame your left foot, pivot your right toes. Step your left foot back to meet the right. Come down into your flow. Slowly lower down. Full cobra. Upward facing dog, tabletop into downward facing dog. Gently pedal it out. We're going to repeat that same sequence. Option to add a little bit more to it. All right, deep bend in both the knees. Step or hop your feet directly behind your wrists, coming into that forward fold. Half lift, hands to shins. Exhale, back to that forward fold. Inhale, slowly roll up. Roll your shoulders up and back. Sink your hips down. Find your chair. Pulse it for 3, 2, and 1. Sweep your left arm back. And forward. Right arm. And forward. 1 more time each side. And right side to the opposite arm this time. All right, sweep your left knee up. Stay in single leg mount. Try to lift that left knee as high as you can. Flex through your left foot. We're going to hinge forward. Maybe sweep your arms out long. Find that warrior 3. Flex through your left foot. Option lower your hands at any time. Stay here. Pulse it for 3. That's 2. And 1. Bend into your right knee. Plant your left foot. Inhale, rise up. Find your high crescent. Cartwheel your left hand down to the inside of your right foot. Keep your right arm up towards the ceiling. Circle out your right wrist. Circle out your shoulder, forwards and backwards. Inhale, reach your right arm high. Exhale, thread it under and through the left side body. Inhale, reach 2 more times. Exhale, sweep. Inhale, reach. Exhale, sweep. Inhale, reach your right arm high. Draw that right arm up. Tee out the arms. Continue to draw left arm forward. Left arm up. Right hand down to the back side of your left thigh. Exalted warrior. Deep inhale. On your exhale, cartwheel your left hand back down to the inside of your right foot. Low lunge with a twist. 1 more time. Find that exalted warrior. Reach your right arm back. Left arm forward. Continue to cartwheel your arms so your left arm is up. Right arm is down by your left thigh. Stay here, stack your shoulders, reach your right arm to meet the left. Give me one lunge. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hinge forward, lightning crescent. Inhale, rise up. Back heel is lifted, exhale, sweep. Deepen that front right knee, inhale, rise. One more time, exhale, sweep and hold. Sweep the arms around forward. Pivot your left toes, open up. Find your warrior two. Adjust your stance, catch your breath. Inhale, lengthen your right leg, big star. Exhale, deep bend, two more. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, bend, beautiful. Lift and hold. Tuck your left hand behind your back or down your left leg. Reverse your triangle, option to find archer by flexing your right toes. Lower your right foot, tee out your arm, reach your right arm forward. Come right into your triangle. Stay here, pulse it for 3. That's 2. And 1. Stay in triangle if you want to play. Bend into your right knee. We're going to find half moon. Lift your left leg high, flex through your left foot. That left leg can be as high or as low to the floor as you'd like. Your right hand can be on the floor, on a block, or hovering. For balance, look down towards the floor. To challenge your balance, maybe look forward or look up towards your left fingertips. If you're in triangle, stay there. If you're in half moon, gently bend into that right knee until you plant your left foot. Come back to triangle. Bend into that front right knee. Find your extended side, left bicep to left ear. Reverse your warrior. Tuck your left hand behind your back. Keep a deep bend, that front right knee. Exhale, cartwheel down. Pivot your left toes, framing your right foot, and then gently lower your left knee. From here, toe heel your right foot out to the outer edge of your mat. Right toes turn to about 2 o'clock. You can place a block underneath your left knee for additional support. Gently rock forwards and backwards. On the next one, hold the hips back. Straighten that right leg. You can always have a micro bend in it as well. Flex through your right foot. Maybe keep your hands on the inside of your right foot. You're welcome to frame your right foot to deepen that stretch. If you'd like to go even deeper, walk your hands to your right hip. Your hands can be on the floor, on a block. Left toes can be tucked, or the top shoelace portion of your foot on the floor. Single leg split with a twist. Wherever you're at, come back to center, planting both hands to the inside of your right foot. Bend into your right knee. And then lower your forearms down to the floor or to blocks, finding your lowest lizard lunge. Stay here. You can tuck your left toes, hovering your left knee. Opening up those hip flexors. Gently lower your left knee if it was lifted. Walk your hands back under your shoulders. Plant your right hand gently on the inside of your right knee. And then gently allow that knee to fall open, rocking to the outer knife edge of your right foot. You can look over your right shoulder for a deeper twist. Hold it for the exhale. Inhale, come back through center. Plant your right hand. Draw your right leg back. Extend your left leg back. Option to lower the knees. We're going to lower all the way down. Come through. Cobra or upward facing dog to downward facing dog. Gently pedal it out. Let's repeat that same thing on the other side. Pedal out the heels. Keep a deep bend in both the knees. Step or hop your feet to your wrists, coming back to that forward fold. Inhale, half lift, hands to shins or to blocks. Come back to that forward fold. Inhale, slowly roll all the way up. Roll your shoulders down and back. Sink your hips, find your chair, pulse it for 3, weights in your heels. That's 2. Hold it low, starting with the left arm, sweep it back. And forward, right side. And forward. One more time each side, left and then right. This time, rise up, draw your right knee with you, flex through your right foot. Holding here and breathing. Inhale, lengthen your fingertips towards the ceiling. Exhale, hinge forward, kick your right leg straight back. You can lower your hands to the floor or to blocks at any time. Keep the hips square. If you want to find warrior 3, reach your arms out front. You can reach your arms towards the back. You can bring your hands to heart center. We're going to pulse that right leg for 3. That's 2. And 1. Bend into that left knee. Gently plant your right foot. Inhale, arms overhead. High crescent. Exhale, release your right hand to the inside, that left foot on the floor on a block. Sweep your left arm towards the ceiling. Always not option to lower that back right knee. Circle out your left wrist. Circle out your shoulder backwards and forwards. Inhale, reach your left arm high. Exhale, thread it under and through the right side body. Inhale, lift. 2 more times. Nice work. Exhale, reach. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sweep. Inhale, reach your left arm high. We're going to find that exalted warrior. So rise up, left arm comes back, right arm forward. Continue to rise up. Left hand behind your right thigh. Right arm to the ceiling. Exhale, cartwheel down. High lunge with a twist. Right hand down, left arm up. Hold it for a breath. Inhale, right arm forward, left arm back. Continue to pivot, left hand behind your right thigh, sweep your right arm up. Keep your gaze forward to challenge your balance, gaze up towards the ceiling. Bring your gaze center, sweep your left arm to meet the right. Give me 1 lunge, bend that back right knee, cactus the arms. Inhale, lift, exhale, sweep, lightning crescent. Inhale, rise. Exhale, sweep. Inhale, rise. 1 more time. Exhale, sweep and hold. Sweep the arms around in front. Pivot your right toes, open up. Find your warrior 1. Catch your breath. Tee out the arms. Inhale, lengthen, big star. Exhale, bend that left knee. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend. Once more, inhale, lift and hold. Tuck your right hand behind your back or down your right leg. Reverse your triangle. Maybe flex to that left foot. Lower your left leg, tee out the arms. Reach, reach, reach. Left arm down, right arm up. Find that triangle. Rotate that right shoulder back. Hold it here, pulse it for 3. That's 2. And 1, stay here in triangle. If you want to play in half moon, bend into that left knee, walk your right foot in, left hand on the floor on a block, lift that right leg up, flex through your right foot. That left hand can be on a block, on the floor, or just hovering. If you're in triangle, stay there. If you're in half moon, gently bend into your left knee until your right foot's planted. Come back to triangle. Bend into your front left knee, right bicep towards your right ear. Find your extended side. Maybe hover that left arm. Feel the burn. Ooh. Keep it bend that front left knee. Reverse your warrior. Hold it for the exhale. Deep inhale. Exhale, cartwheel down. Frame your left foot. Pivot your right toes. Gently lower your right knee to the floor to a block or a rolled up blanket. Untuck your right toes or keep them tucked. Gently toe heel your left foot to the outer edge of your mat. Left toes turn to about 10 o'clock and gently rock forwards and backwards. Seeing how this feels on your body on this side. On the next one, keep that left leg straight, keep your hips back. You can walk your hands in closer towards your body or keep them further away. Hands can be on the floor or on blocks. To deepen the stretch, you can frame your left foot. Draw your left heel in towards the floor, flexing your toes towards the ceiling. Walk your hands to the outside of your left leg, maybe your left hip. Single leg split with a twist on this side. Hold it for one more breath wherever you're at. And then walk your hands to frame your left foot and then back through center. Walk your hands forward, bend into your left knee. Stay as high, use any props or come down onto your forearms. Maybe tuck your right toe, hover your right leg for a deeper stretch of your hip flexors. You can add any movement that you'd like. Gently plant your right knee if it was lifted. Walk your hands back under your wrist, under your shoulders, my goodness. Place your left hand on the inside of your left thigh and gently draw your left knee away from your body. And just tilting to your pinky all the way down to the outside of your left heel. Rocking onto that outer edge, maybe looking over your left shoulder without forcing it. Right toes can be tucked or untucked. Gently come back through center. Plant both of your wrists under your shoulders. Step your left leg back. Step your right leg back. Lower all the way down. This time we're going to stay all the way down. Untuck your toes, feet are hip width apart. Reach your fingertips long by your hips. Palms down, pinkies in, thumbs out. We're going to lift and lower and locust, lifting all of your limbs, everything lifting. Exhale, lower. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 1 more time. Inhale, lift and hold for 5. That's 4. 3. A little higher. That's 2. And gently lower all the way down. Walk your hands under your shoulders. Press up, mini cobra. Release back down. Release your right arm long from your right shoulder. My favorite stretches. Relax that right leg. I like to wiggle my thigh from side to side to avoid holding any tension on that right leg. Gently come back to center. Left arm stays boxed out under your left shoulder. Right arm long. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Gently rotate onto that right hip. Bending your left knee in front for a deeper stretch or behind your right leg. Just allowing your right cheek or ear to come to the floor. Broken wing, allowing your left hip and your right shoulder to open. You can extend your left arm, left leg. Maybe circle out your wrist, your toes, your ankle. Finish up where you're at. Gently plant your left hand. Roll back onto both hip bones, both shoulders. Gently walk your right hand in. Press up. Give me 1 mini cobra. Release back down. Lengthen your left arm long directly from your left shoulder. Right hand stays boxed out under your right shoulder. Gently allow that left hip to sway side to side. Really relax that entire left side body. Come back through center. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Gently rock onto that left hip. You can bend that top right knee behind or in front of your left leg and just resting your left cheek or ear towards the floor. Broken wing on this side, allowing your right hip and your left shoulder to open. You can extend your top right arm, right leg, point flex, circle out your wrist, your ankle. Anything that feels good to you on this side. Gently bend your right knee, bend your right hand back under your shoulder, rock onto your tummy. Both feet planted, walk your left hand in, press out mini cobra. Hold it here, release your palms. Lift your legs. Lower your palms, lower your feet, lower your chest. Walk your hands to your lowest rib cage, press up full cobra. Gently look over your right shoulder, maybe see your right heel. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, look over your left shoulder. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, look up towards the ceiling. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, draw your hips towards your heels. Draw your knees wide as your mat. Maybe your toes touch. Just resting your forehead on the floor or on a block. Reaching your fingertips out long in front. We're going to do a little bit more core here. Inhale, lengthen, rock forward, stack your shoulders over your wrists, knees tucked in, hips towards your heels. Exhale, lower down for 3, 2, and 1. Chest lowers. Gently tap the top shoelace portion of your feet. Draw your heels back in towards your hips. Press up, elbows tucked in for 3, 2, and 1. Sink your hips back. Hold it here for a breath. Exhale, let it all go. Inhale, rock forward, shoulders stacked over your hips. Exhale, lower down this time for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower all the way down. Tap your toes. Heels tap in towards your glutes. Inhale, press up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press your hips back. Holding here and breathing. Maybe rock your hips side to side. You rock your forehead from side to side. Just letting everything go. Feeling, walk your hands over to the right side of your mat. Feeling that length along the left side. Stay here or bend your right elbow, bringing your right palm to the outside of your right knee. Gently press into your right palm to allow your left shoulder to come closer towards the floor. Hold it for the exhale. Inhale, reach your right arm long. Exhale, hold it. Inhale, walk your hands through center and continue to walk your hands over to the left side. Holding here and breathing, feeling that stretch along the right side body. Stay right where you are, or you can bend your left elbow, bringing your left hand to the outside of your left knee. Gently press into your left hand to allow your right shoulder to get a little bit closer towards the floor. Hold it for the exhale. Inhale, lengthen your left arm long. Hold it here. Inhale, come back through center. Bend your left elbows. My goodness. Bend both elbows, bringing your palms to touch at the crown of your head, and then drawing your thumbs towards the nape of your neck for a deeper tricep stretch. Continuing to draw your chest towards the floor, hips towards your heels. Inhale, lengthen your arms out long. Hold it for the exhale. Inhale, rock forward, find your tabletop. Lower your left or right hip towards the floor. Grab one of your blocks and then find a comfortable seat. Legs out long, feet are hip width apart and parallel, feet are grounded. Block between your palms. Inhale, reach your arms overhead. Exhale, arms come forward, roll back halfway. Hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Allow that block to tap from right to left. 4 more times on each side, just side to side. 3 more. And 2. Last one. Gently reach that block out forward, slowly roll all the way back. Lower back, middle back, upper back, head, neck, and shoulders. Gently taps down on the floor, tap that block overhead. Reach that block out in front of your shoulders, walk your heels in towards your hips. Inhale, squeeze your glutes, lift your hips. And on any setting, low, medium, or high, the higher the setting, the more challenging it is. Set that block on any setting and then allow your hips to sink into that block. You can always readjust that block setting or set it off to the side. Allow your hips to melt in towards that block, in towards the floor. Allow one foot at a time to come up towards the ceiling, maybe reaching your fingers towards your toes, supported legs up the wall. Point, flex, circle out your wrists, your ankles, everything moving, all class. Gently bending one knee at a time, lowering your feet all the way to the floor. Release your hands by your side. Squeeze your glutes, lift your hips. Set your block off to the side, keep it close by. Lower your hips down, draw your knees in towards your chest, curl yourself into a tight ball. And then release your head, neck, and shoulders. Allow your knees to track towards the outer edge of your shoulders, grabbing the back side of your thighs. You can use a strap here. You can grab the outside of your shins, maybe the outer edge of each foot, and just rock side to side, coming into your happy baby. Any variation of happy baby. Lower back is pressing into the floor. Gently rock back to center, keeping your left knee in towards your left shoulder, avoiding your rib cage. Release your right foot and allow your right leg to come out long. Flex through your right foot to allow your right calf to get closer to the floor. It does not have to touch. Release your left foot and bind your hands gently on your left shin, just beneath your left knee. Point, flex, circle out your left ankle, wiggle your toes. Shoulders pulled down towards the floor when removing pose on the left side. Release the bind of your hands, and with your right hand, gently guide your left knee through the center of your body over to the right side. That left knee can be hovering. You can place it on a block or a pillow. It can tap the floor. To deepen the stretch, maybe look over your left shoulder. You can extend your left arm long. Inhale, come back through center. Draw both knees back in towards your shoulders, coming back to your happy baby. Any variation, using any props here, and just swaying from side to side. Gently sway back to center, keeping your right knee in towards your right shoulder. Extend your left leg out long. Flex through your left foot to draw your left calf closer towards the floor. Stretching and lengthening your left hip flexor. Release your right foot with your right hand. Bind your hands gently beneath your right knee. Point, flex, circle out your right ankle as you continue to flex your left foot. Releasing your bind. With your left hand, draw your right knee through the midline over to the left side of your body. Supine twist on this side. Your gaze can be up towards the ceiling, or to deepen that stretch, maybe look over your right shoulder without forcing it. Maybe extend your right arm long. Inhale, come back through center. Tuck both knees in towards your chest. Inhale, lengthen your legs long. Gently release your hands by your side and then draw the sole of your right foot up to the inside of your left leg. Anywhere along your left leg. It can be along your ankle, your calf, your knee, your thigh. Coming into reclined tree, using the floor as a split to support you. Release any tension in your hips, or if you're holding any tension in your right knee, just let it all go. Inhale, reach your right leg long to meet the left. Relax your left leg as you draw the sole of your left foot up the right leg. Anywhere along the right leg. It can be your thigh, your knee, your calf, ankle. And let any tension go that you might be holding in your left knee or either hip. Recline tree on the left side. That left knee just where it's at. Bend your right knee to meet the left. So butterfly your knees out. Plant your hands by your hips. Squeeze your glutes. Lift your hips. Butterfly bridge and lower. 2 more times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. You're welcome to keep your knees butterflied, or if you like to extend your legs out, we're going to grab a block and we're going to find supported fish pose. So draw that block like you're trying to make a T. So along your spine, and then just gently above that. So your chest is lifted, and then your spine is supported by one block long ways. And then just the nape of your neck and the crown of your head is supported by another block. It can be long ways, it can be like a T, and then allow your arms to fall long by your side. Again, knees can be butterfly, legs can be extended. Any position here is comfortable for you today. Supported fish pose. Belly rise on your inhale. And let it all go, sinking into your blocks, into your mats on your exhale. One more full round of breath here. Let it all go. You are more than welcome to stay here with the blocks or position of the feet for Shavasana, or come into any final resting pose for your Shavasana. Begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes, bringing awareness back to your body. If you're using any props, gently roll to your left or right side. Curl yourself into a ball, and then press yourself up, coming into a comfortable seated position. Sitting up nice and tall, just allowing your hands to come towards your knee, to be rocking from side to side. And then drawing a few circles with your torso. Big circle. Doesn't matter which direction. When you complete that full rotation, just reverse that direction. Gently coming back to center. Sweep both arms up high. Exhale, bend your elbows, lift your gaze. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, one more time, bend the elbows. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Wonderful work today. Thank you so much for allowing me to share my practice with you each and every week. I wish you a wonderful week ahead, Mindy. Namaste. You're so welcome.